Hello everyone, my name is Moon and welcome back for more Tsukihime, A Piece of Blue Glass Moon. So last episode, we had the prelude to Shiki and CIEL's fight. CIEL talking about who the previous host of Rowa was and what it meant to her. So that was a nice backstory that they told us last time. So anyways, let us continue. Let's see what happens today. I don't have time to think. Oh, by the way, yeah, we got a dead end as well, I forgot. So we dodge forward now. We chose backward last time and we died. From my low slung stance, I break into a desperate sprint. I can't turn around. My every impulse tells me that if I do, I'll find my heart skewered before I can blink. The barrel of her weapon just avoids grazing my head. Being so close and low saves my life. Diving beneath the mouth of her stake driver by a hair's breadth, I shift my weight to the side just as my foot hits the ground. Correct course or crash straight into her. While I briefly consider tackling her to the ground, I reject that idea. If she's strong enough to lift all that weight by herself, pulling her into a wrestling match would be dead. Instead, I angle myself sideways just beneath her arm. As I pass by her side, she suddenly becomes a blur. For a moment, she seems to disappear entirely. She plants her foot down hard and wrenches her weapon's immense weight into a horizontal sweep. It beats the air into submission with a brain-rattling boom. An instant later, I find myself launched a dozen meters backwards into a mound of rubble. She lets out a dissatisfied thud as she glares at me. My left arm aches. I can't comprehend what I'm seeing. My forearm is bent at an impossible angle, its bones pulverized. And from shoulder to wrist, the flesh of my outer arm has been stripped away as if worn down by a gigantic file.
首をかばって腕一つですか。何もしなければ今ので楽にしてあげたのに。
首をかばって。
I don't remember doing that. My body must have moved instinctually to cover itself before my brain could catch up. And this is the result. Half of my arm shredded and my forearm crushed to powder. It's chilling to see my own body so brutally damaged. But what's even more terrifying is that I'm ready to fight on regardless, both mentally and physically.
ナイフ抜かないんですか。
She looks almost bored. I'm no threat to her. Just pray that she can kill at her leisure. The pain from my arm finally makes its way through my nervous system. It feels like my ruptured veins are pumping septic blood straight into my brain. I almost white out from the agony. CIEL simply stares at me cold as ever. You rip off half my arm and you have nothing to say? Do you have a goddamn clue how much this hurts? How dare you? How dare you? How dare you, CIEL?
先輩がその気なら。
I grip my knife tightly in my pocket.
こっちだって。むざむざ。
I feel the cool hardness of its handle.
殺されてなんかやるもんか。
And with a small shink, I slide out its blade.
バカですかあなたは。
In a fraction of a second, CIEL explodes into nothingness. No, that's not right. She burst into motion, so low slung, practically skimming the rubble that she vanished from sight until she was right before my eyes. Like a lizard slithering across the ground. In the blink of an eye, she closes the 6 meters between us. Even knowing she's there, I still can't process what her body is doing. I reflexively jerk my head backwards, casting my gaze down to her feet as I do. And in a heartbeat that takes, her stake rises from below to skewer my throat with aching precision. Breath bursts from my lungs. Okay, I'm still breathing. What about pain? Can I feel pain? Alright, there it is. And I'm still conscious, more or less. Now, what about the rest of my body? Black blood sprays across the rubble. I trace it back to the gaping hole in my left shoulder. Only then do I realize what had just happened. CIEL missed my neck and speared my shoulder instead. Pain. Pain is so sickening, I don't even recognize it as pain. But I'm still alive. Against all odds. I'm in one piece and I've bought myself some distance. The acrid smell of gunpowder rises from my shoulder. She must have pulled the trigger as her bayonet struck home. The blast would have then launched me backwards, opening up some space between us.
2度続くということは偶然ではありませんね。その出血でもショック死しないということは、精神だけでなく肉体まで変態済みなのでしょう。
The tip of her weapon drops to the ground. The stake that pierces my shoulder dissolves into pages and scatters on the wind.
紙でできてる銃弾とか。
That's nonsense. But that nonsense almost killed me. It's so horrific. I could drop to the ground right here and beg for forgiveness. My shoulder, it's on fire. Searing pain threatens to devour my whole body. It feels like my bones are being roasted to ash. I guess Roa's voice rises in my head, telling me that the torture device she wields is toxic to the touch. I'm a dead man walking. Immortality won't save me. She's going to kill me no matter what I do. But yeah, that weapon, man, is so big. My brain flickers with terror, pain, confusion, and anxiety. Is it death itself I'm afraid of? Someone else inflicting it? The pain that will accompany it, or the weapon that will deliver it? So terrible that the sight alone makes me want to cry and plead for dispensation. I don't know. All my attention is consumed by the Exeter's cold eyes and the monstrous implements in her hands. She pulls the slide back with a crisp click. She loads another round and then readies her weapon once more. I should be dead twice over. Surviving 2 hits from that thing is a miracle. A third would be too much to hope for. I picture the muzzle leveled at my face, the squeeze on the trigger, the iron spike blasting through the back of my skull. The thought is not so much terrifying as disgusting. Death is always demeaning, vulgar, grotesque, no matter what form it takes. My life is precious. I don't want to be subject, or don't want it to subject it to that. Is that the root of my fear? I don't know. I can only deride my lack of answer. Like, come on, man. Who wants to die? Through all the death I've seen, I mean, I guess CIEL, right? I've never spared a thought for the canker it exudes. I concerned myself with death, never with the process of dying. But there are worse terrors, such as a life spent in perpetual health or fear of death, never realizing that being blown to bits would be a mercy by comparison. I mean, that would be better though, right? If you would be dying, I would rather it be fast than actually like suffering. Hey, it's much better if it's instant is what I'm saying. You don't feel anything. The pain in my shoulder drags me back to reality. None of that matters right now. I have to get out of here. If I want to live, I have to focus on finding a way too.
メガネ外さないんですか？
An astonishing grunt escapes my lips. Why on earth would she ask me that? If I take off my glasses, I'll be able to see her lines of death. And if I do that, there's a chance, however minuscule, that I could kill her.
何を言うんですか、先輩は。
Her eyes burn with anger. Anger hot enough to set the very air ablaze.
付き合っていられません。いいですから。もう死んでください。
She drops down low. Here she comes. It's obvious she means to dash at me again, but she moves so fast I can barely see her. My only option is to run. Fortunately, we're further apart this time. If I sprint as fast as I can take cover in the rubble. With the collapsed masonry blocking her sight, I'll be able to find somewhere to hide. There's not much left of the underground cathedral, but some of the surrounding passages are still intact. Time to move. If I can just make it. So we're gonna run away now? I mean, obviously you're gonna get hit. My back. Something is lodged in my back. I slumped face first to the ground. So close. Just a little further and I would have made it. I pushed myself to my feet with one hand. One of the executor's needle-like swords has impaled me. I wrench it free. In a fit of rage, I drag it out through my chest. Luckily, the wound has gone numb, so there's no pain to endure. Now I can get to safety.
逃げてどうするつもりですか、遠野くん。
But before I can move, her voice rings out from behind me.
まだわからないんですか。あなたは今どのくらいの速さで走ったと思っているんです。致命傷を受けてどうして死なないでいるんです。
But yeah, honestly, I would be curious. Like, I would have died already by one injury. If I got hit by the sword once, I would have died already.
あなたは箱の中のマウスと変わらない。なのにまだ何から逃げ出そうと言うんですか。
I look down at the blade I pulled out of myself. The hole in my chest isn't even bleeding. I really have lost my last shreds of humanity. My mind, it goes white. What is the name of this Executor, post flight. Okay. Dodge forward, isn't it? Don't let her trick you. Don't let her trick you. She's only ever tried to deceive you. Don't listen to a word she says, or you're as good as dead. Ignore her, even if she's telling the truth. It doesn't matter, just shut it all out. It's your only chance.
やめ
もうどこにも逃げ場なんてないんです。あなたには戦うか殺されるかの道しかない。けれど戦うことができないのなら
My executioner approaches, her footsteps deliberately loud.
せめてあがいたらどうですか。私を殺せば一日は生きながらえる。そんなありえない希望を見ながら無様に死ぬのがあなたにはお似合いです。
やめて。
今さら格好つけなくていいですよ。あなたは無邪気に目の前の餌に飛びついて自滅するんですから。ほら、学校ではいつだってそうしていたでしょ。
だからやめろって言ってるだろ。
I leapt into the air. Even with my arm mangled, my shoulder punctured, my back impaled, I feel light as a feather. At a speed to match hers, I lunged myself 20 meters up the side of the crater and calmed down, breathing hard in a ruined building. No time to think, I just run blindly trying to get away. My lungs a cry for air, my arm is hanging on by a thread. My leg catches on something, sending me tumbling to the ground. The hole in my back is fully healed, but my left arm and shoulder are still mangled. Her stake driver must have done something to them. I can think of no solutions, no countermeasures. All I know is that the left side of my body has stopped functioning. I try to push myself up one-handed, but only end up falling comically on my face. I roll onto my back and inch across the ground until I reach the wall. Sitting upright is as much as I can manage before I run out of strength. I lift my chin, exposing my throat, and gulp down air.
月
The moon. Moonlight filters through a gap in the wall. This must be the price of forcing my body and mind past their limits. In the moonlight haze, everything seems a shell of itself. Now I see. Whether I'm Roa or not hardly matters in the end. Either way, I'm just an empty husk. Just a nameless nobody from who knows where. Did someone labeled Shiki Tono. A bolt of pain shoots through my shoulders. Maybe. If I had been as sure of myself as I am sure of this pain, perhaps some things wouldn't have come to this. For as long as I can remember, I thought I was Shiki Tono. But I'm not really. That isn't particularly tragic in and of itself. It's no basis for hatred or regret. The real tragedy is my lack of a single memory from my old life. Before the Tonos took me in, no worse than tragedy, it's a farce. But yeah, we don't really know what Shiki's full backstory is. before, I guess, going to the Tono family. And yeah, like he's childhood, right? Like when he was, let's say, a baby or whatever. We don't know any of that. After all, it only goes to show that I was never really anyone at all. High in the night sky, the moon shines alone. How strange. Why didn't I notice it before? Just how beautiful.
ああけど笑うのはちょっと難しい。
It might be a farce, but it's poor comedy. Did my life mean anything at all in the end? Even now, on the verge of disappearing, I don't have the slightest idea who I was. What a sick joke. Everything's a haze now. What a sick joke. A world filled with death. A vision filled with death. A day 7 years ago. Master set me on the path to a normal life. I still think our meeting was worthwhile.
でもさ、先生。俺は生きてちゃいけない人間だったみたいだ。
When it comes down to it, I ought to kill myself now, while I still have the capacity for such thoughts. But I can't. I can't take my own life. Shameful and wrong as it may be, I want to live. If I die, I'll be making liars of us both. So no matter how sinful it is, no matter what it costs me, I want to live. If only CIEL had stayed by my side, I would have been willing to lose everything else. That's the only reason I've held out for this long. But now my suffering is finished. It's been 6 years, although I'm not sure if that's too long or not long enough.
嘘つき。
I'd rather she'd said nothing than that. Thank you, Tono. I finally fulfilled my duty. All I have left to do is tie up a few loose ends.
嘘つき。
Though perhaps there was a grain of truth at the bottom of it all, she might have misled me, but never once. Thank you truly for everything you've done. Shall we shake hands one last time? It's been a while since I've felt this happy.
おう。嘘つき。
Never once did she lie to me. Try not to be too mean to Inui in my absence. I wish I could keep pretending to be a high schooler like the two of you. The CIEL I knew never existed. But her smile, at least, was real, or so I believe. Still, there's no denying reality. Her whole persona was a fiction crafted to bring her within killing range of her target. She tricked me. She'd never forgive me for a second, her saving me when I had nowhere else to go. Whiling away the hours with me at school. It was all just to confirm that I was Roa. I clenched my jaw. My molars grind together at the back of my mouth.
畜生。
I clawed the wall in regret. Yes, she deceived you. She calculated her every action to get close to you.
それなのに。
I clawed the wall with sadness. In spite of it all,
俺は先輩を憎めない。
how could I? Whether it was real to her, I enjoyed our time together. Nothing can take that away from me. Not even 2 weeks have passed since we met, but I've never felt so happy.
ちくしょう。
But in the end, it was all in my head. My eyelids grow heavy. My chest burns not with hatred or anger, but with regret. The world blurs around me. Up above, the moon shines a dazzling white. I see a silence amidst the grey bubble. Softly it wavers in the night air. Nothing is real, it's all an illusion I can never touch. A fleeting mirage forever out of reach. Dry footsteps sound across the seabed. The moonlight casts my executioner's shadow across the broken earth. My back is against the wall. I only have seconds before she finds me. At least I've got things straight in my head now. So now that's settled,
殺すか。
my voice doesn't sound like my own. If you don't want to die, then do it. If you think you're in the right, then do it. Do it, dismember her, dissect her, cut her, tear her, slash her, rip her, stab, gut. Do it, do it, do it. I really don't have much longer. My brain is starting to scramble again. But I still don't want to die. Which means there's only one thing to do. The footsteps are getting louder. My moment of judgment is fast approaching. Aren't you going to take off your glasses? She knew exactly what she was asking when she said that. So, let's save it then. Save it there. Okay, okay, let's give it to her then. Take off my glasses. Ask and you shall receive. Nothing matters. Let it all be a bad dream, a mirage. I rise to my feet, clenching my knife. The footsteps grow louder still, a tangible sign of my enemy's approach. With every step, a voice rings in my head. Do it, do it, do it, do it.
Damare.
I muster all my willpower and shout it down.
これは俺が決めたことだ。
Do it.
お前に指図される言われはない。シエルに殺されたくないのなら、終わるまで黙っていろ。
The voice goes silent. I hear a final crunch and see a shadow looming over me. The executor appears at last.
ようやく戦う気になったんですね。
Her voice is oddly comforting.
よかった。これでお互いに罪はありません。互いに殺し合うという条件なら、私たちの罪は相殺されます。あとは、生き残った者に罰が残るだけです。
nullifying our sins with our own deaths. I can't imagine a more alien
け
idea.
ど残った方の罰は償えるんですか？
ええ。果たすことのできる代償行為を罰と言います。消え去ってくれないものは罪だけです。ですから、そんなもの、今さら背負いたくはないでしょ。
She takes a step closer.
それじゃあここで先輩を殺すことは罪じゃないのか？
はい。私はあなたを殺します。だからあなたも私を殺していい。条件は同じです。
Another step. She's wrong. We aren't the slightest bit equal. I'm trying to kill her to defend myself because I'll die if I don't. But that isn't true for her. She came here with unrequited murderous intent. So if she kills me... Okay, what happened?
さよなら。これで、くだらなかった芝居に幕を下ろしましょう。
A final step. The tip of her bayonet speeds towards my chest. With only a second to act, I lash wildly at the point of death over her right lung. Is that it? It's over. I never thought for a moment that I might kill her. Her stake should have gone through my heart before she even stepped into range. So it hardly seems real. When my blade sails past her gun unimpeded and softly finds its mark.
Senpai.
It's as if she let it happen.
あなたに、私を殺させてしまった。
Her lips part in a dying whisper.
それが、一番大きな、私の罪でした。
With a tear-streaked sob, she summons the last of her strength to drive her bayonet into my chest. We died again. Blood from my ruptured heart surges up my throat. I fall to the ground, coughing up my own lifeblood. A motionless lump lies in front of me. CIEL's body, the light already faded from its eyes.
なんて
You knew, didn't you?
愚か。
You knew all along that if either of us was a sinner, it was you. My limbs go steadily numb. My blood ceases to circulate. I have seconds at most. In the moment her stake pierced my heart, I felt a sensation like pages scattering as though a book deep in my chest had disintegrated at the spine. I don't know what that was, but if I had to guess, I'd say it was Aroa being snuffed out. My mind is blank. From the very beginning, she meant to trade her life for mine. That must have been her idea of punishment. What a joke. There's no meaning in her sacrifice, just emptiness.
それでも
I wish she'd been able to apologize. If she told me she was sorry, it might have lightened her burden a little. But she couldn't in the end. She chose not to because she knew no apology could make this right. I'm stunned by the strength of her resolve and disgusted by myself for forcing her to go so far.
Nanda. 結局
I really did love her after all. Here I am on my deathbed. And all I can think about is how much better she deserved. I cough weakly, spit up a little blood. And then it's over. Looking up at the moon as I did in some long-lost memory, I surrender to weariness and sleep. And that's that, I guess. Another dead end, both of them. Romeo and Juliet? I guess both of them died. Here, let me see what they're gonna say now.
Konnichiwa. ヘモグロビンは足りていますか?
Oh, is that other Arcuade? She's back, the long-haired one.
そういう結末もありかと一息ついた後の口直しコーナー。教えてシエル先生の時間です。解説は私、エコアルクと。コーナーに咲く一輪の花、ネコアルクでお送りします。で、シエルはどこ行ったのかにゃ？あとユは何？私と同類、つまりいいところのお嬢さんだっつうのはわかるけど。ほら、こういう同一存在ってお互い認識できないものじゃにゃい？自分とは会話できないみたいな、オルタナティブな関係ってあるでしょ？そういう世界のルールみたいなの気軽に破るのはやめた方がいいよ。同感です。ですから、私たちはそういうものではない。時間もありませんので、今回の死因について解説をお願いします。下手にちゃちゃ入れるとこの世から消滅しそうなエクサと。コスモ的な圧力釜かな？でもエコだって名乗ってるしな。まあいいか。私の可能性の一つってことで手を打ちますね。今回のメガネくんの死因はズバリメガネです。
So Four Eyes died due to his glasses.
メガネキャラがメガネを外していかんだろうという誠に偶話的な教訓ですな。なんでメガネを外すと死ぬのかは私にもよくわからん。選択肢がメガネを外すしか選べない方もいるようですが。その場合はこれまでの行動に問題があったんじゃにゃい。やばいのは吸血鬼だけじゃにゃく、メガネくんの心のあり方も瀬戸際ってこと。一度石につまずくと、あれよあれよと元に戻っちゃうわけで。中立善と中立悪の綱渡りということですね。この先に進めない方は、9日目の行動を改めてください。くれぐれもノエルの誘いに乗らないように。彼の精神状態が悪くなっていると、13日目以降の塔の邸の出来事が変わってしまいます。制御できなくなった衝動がある惨劇を起こしてしまうので。ほんとかよ。どれどれ。ともむろにフローチャートをカンペする私。
本当だよ。解説が具体的すぎて目がツートンになる。なんでそこまで知ってるのか怖いけど、その高い知性、やっぱり私じゃん。
I mean, technically, yes.
教えてシエル先生でした。
塩対応にも程が似合い。
Okay, so I guess we'll take a break there as the battle continued, but we ended up in another dead end, right? So let's see. Dude, where is our Kuwait? She showed up in Teach Me Miss CL, right? Both of them. CL was not there. But no Arcade still. But I don't think Arcade will show up, at least for now. Maybe afterwards, right? But we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. So anyways, we are going to continue this and do more of Tsukihime, A Piece of Blue Glass Moon, in the next one. So I'll just see you then. Bye bye.